Now welcome to another edition of News from Naboo with Thor's Lightning Takes. And let's get right into the news.
Well, we're going to skip news today. I want to talk about some rumors that have been coming up.
Okay.
You know, I circle the internet, find the rumors that might be
deep.
Around. And I'm curious because obviously I can't vouch for the validity of any of these rumors, but the concepts of them are very interesting. So I want to hear what people in the comments think about these rumors. Do you think it's true? Do you think they're false? And what if they are true? What are your thoughts on that? First rumor. The Mandalorian and Grogu is confirmed to be the final chapter of The Mandalorian. There will be no season 4, but The Mandalorian will appear in other projects after the movie. They're saying that this upcoming movie is the kind of swan song, the finishing chapter of him having his own run.
That doesn't shock me.
No, but he wrote a season 4. We know for a fact that season 4 was written.
Will be condensed into
what season?
Or from season 4, I should say.
I mean, yeah, they could write seasons of The Mandalorian forever, and if he's making the money, why wouldn't they?
That's the one thing that I find skeptical, but it's like, I think season 3 was like, I think season 2's ending, I should say, was like, wow, that was a really good ending. If the show had ended right there, I think you feel like, I could take more of this, but I feel kind of satisfied.
No, I needed it to keep going after that because I wanted to know what happened with Luke and Grogu.
Well, sure, with Luke and Grogu, but not necessarily Mando and Grogu.
Well, I wanted
it felt
to know
like
if he
you could have had
find
these
his
characters
way in his tribe. And
well, sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, you could have taken these characters in different directions at that point. Because I'm sure we're going to see both Grogu and Din Djarin again, so especially Grogu.
Well, they said he will appear in other projects after the movie. But they're making it sound like season 4 isn't happening, not the way it was originally happening, in that this movie is going to be the final chapter of the saga of The Mandalorian.
Yeah, I mean, I think that makes sense. I think, like I said, what else do you do with those two?
That's true.
Together as this concept for a show.
Right. Do you want to just run them together as bounty hunter raising his Force-sensitive son?
I mean, is that what you want? I mean, I think if you would have kept the show more serialized instead of kind of trying to blend it into the bigger Mandoverse or turning it into the Mandoverse, I guess you could say, in season 2, I think that could have gone on for more seasons.
I think what frustrates me about this rumor, though, is I want there to be more seasons of The Mandalorian and Grogu because I like to have a show that has, I don't know, some continuing seasons to watch and nothing other than, like, nothing else that's come out with the new Disney Plus stuff can do that or is doing that.
Not in live
I mean,
action,
Ahsoka's getting a season 2.
It's going to be the first one besides Mando.
Andor's got a season 2, but it's only a season 2. We know that they're done.
Yeah.
Ahsoka, we don't even know after season 2, will it be greenlit for a season 3? Are they writing this for a season 3? So I kind of liked the thinking of, hey, Mandalorian and Grogu, every year, 2 years, whatever, year and a half, we'll be getting another season.
Yeah.
It's exciting. So it'd be sad to me in a way to think that this is the ending of them.
No, I agree with you. But I do think the concept ran its course, and I think it was good after 2 seasons, to be completely honest with you. I think the way it ended was fine.
Okay. Should we move on to the next rumor then?
Sure.
The next rumor, and you'll probably enjoy this one, the Taika Waititi Star Wars movie has now been placed on an indefinite hold.
What a surprise. I never would have saw that coming.
No?
After 4 years, I thought
after
for sure.
Thor Love and Thunder?
Well, that too. But I mean, it's been almost 4 years since the announcement. Mm-hmm. At that point, you're like, well, there's working on it, and eventually we're getting there.
He's like, after this project, it's my next thing. He was saying that.
But what I keep kind of complaining about when it comes to this is it should be like the project as soon as you sign on the dotted line. Like, you just signed up to do Star Wars. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't want to hear you're doing 6 other things and then I'll start writing that script.
But it's like we talked about in a previous video when that Dune star came out and said, hey, the new show we're making for HBO, this Dune Prophecy, it's not childish, it's not Star Wars, it has emotional depth.
No, I agree. I think Star Wars has kind of lost its luster. I don't think people are like, Star Wars is the premiere. I would love to work on Star Wars because it'll help my career or this or that. I think it's just kind of there.
Right.
So this one, I don't think this is a rumor. I think this is just obvious. I think the Taika Waititi movie is dead in the water. It's never happening.
Right. I mean, he would just provide a quote-unquote fun movie, but we're about to get that with Skeleton Crew, so we'll see how their quote-unquote fun show goes.
Yeah.
Not to mention the Lando project, which
is a movie.
he wants Donald Glover, who says he wants to write a fun movie.
That, I feel, is another one that you may as well just say is on hold. I just don't see it ever coming to fruition.
I don't know.
I think there's
know.
a shot, but it's like, I don't know.
I feel like that one could happen.
Yeah.
He's definitely been talking about it more than Taika Waititi ever talked about.
Yeah, but is he getting asked about it, or is he talking about it? Is he
True,
bringing it up?
that's
Is he
the
going to
difference.
interviews and saying, "Oh yeah, I'm also doing that Star Wars thing"? And
Don't
I wanna
forget
talk
my
about
Star
it."
Wars movie. I'm Lando. Yeah, no, I don't know.
Because as we discuss all the time, if you are involved in Star Wars in any way, no matter what interview you do, you will be asked about Star Wars.
All right, well, let's move on to the third rumor I have. This is the
Okay.
final rumor I have dredged out of the internet gutters.
All right.
Kathleen Kennedy really pushed hard for the Rey movie behind the scenes. According to John Rocha, he says the screenwriter Stephen Knight is fed up after getting buried in a million studio notes and is looking to leave.
That goes with the rumor that it's on hold. I think this is another one that...
Because he's trying to write a script, and according to this rumor, he's getting fed up because the studio keeps giving him notes and like, who's writing this? Am I writing this, or is the studio writing this?
Yeah.
Because I write something and you give me 6 notes telling me you wanted it done a different way.
Well, from what I've heard is he has done 4 drafts, and each draft has had Kennedy be like, no, we need to do this and this. And it's like, well, then write the damn script, Kennedy, right?
Right.
If you're going to just like be micromanaging the whole thing, which, don't get me wrong, you are the president of Lucasfilm, probably executive producer on this film, you should do a little of that, but you hired the guy to write a script. If he's not the right fit, then do it yourself or hire someone else.
Right, and if he's wrote something that's good, maybe they need to ease off on the notes. I mean, if they've been giving notes to all the shows and all the
Well, it could
writers, are
explain
they
a lot.
hurting things?
I think so. I think she has this I mean, the first part of that she has pushed very hard for this. I totally 1,000% believe that. And I've discussed that, like, this movie has to try to fix her legacy with the sequels and with Rey.
Right, because she wants to go out on a bang.
Yeah, which, I mean, sure. Because she right now will be forever known as the woman who destroyed Star Wars. That is, I know there are people who like, oh, she's done a great job. I love everything Disney Star Wars. Fine, I'm happy you feel that way. But there are a lot of people who feel the opposite. And I think the general idea, or the general belief, I should say, is that Star Wars is not in a very good place right now. And it is under Kennedy's leadership.
Yeah, I mean, it goes along with what we heard earlier this year, that Kennedy pushed that she wanted the Rey film to be the next movie coming out, but that Bob Iger and Jon Favreau kind of overruled her, saying, no, Mando is going to be next.
Yeah, makes more sense. I think you have that. I mean, we've just talking about him. Like, we were like, can't believe the show is going to be canceled, or I'm sure the people can't believe that. And he's this big thing, and because people
it is a
know him
big
and
thing.
want to see more of him. I
He
think.
was kind of the renaissance of bringing Star Wars back after the sequels.
Yeah, he really was.
He was
is the only thing that made Star Wars relevant again.
Every
after
trailer
that.
you watched when you're going up to the show, you got this great impression of what the show was going to be, and it turned out to be all that and more. The fact that they managed to hide Grogu, the trailers looked great, the soundtrack was great. You watched the first episodes, and you were like entranced. The Mandalorian.
Yeah, it
show
did what
was
it needed to
great.
do in a dark time.
Yes.
He was a Luke Skywalker. He just he was our only hope.
He might be our only hope again. We'll see.
We'll see.
See, can he bring his spark, his creativity, his amazingness into the theaters next?
I think so. I think it's gonna be a good movie. I really do.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna do well too. In
I
terms
hope
of
so.
box office. I really
It's
do.
a tricky situation because you're taking something from TV and bringing it to movie. Is it going to be something that's still going to be translatable for everyone? I mean, we saw the pirated version of that little trailer that they came out with, and I thought it was great.
But it looked good.
I thought it had a lot of appeal with the fact that anyone could probably pick it up and watch it because it showed a lot of Imperial remnants.
Yeah.
People still relate to that, and they're like, oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
this
number
takes place
varies.
after the war. So maybe you don't need to know the whole story to go, those two fighting the Empire is kind of cool.
I think one big advantage they have, even if you didn't watch The Mandalorian, is you heard of The Mandalorian. You heard of Grogu. You know the little green guy.
Everyone knows Grogu.
Yeah.
People who
So-
don't know Star Wars know Grogu.
Yeah, so you have those people who like, I don't have Disney Plus. I don't really care about watching Star Wars shows, but I do go to the theater to see it, and they're going to have heard of this, and they're going to be like, I'll go.
I'll go see who.
that.
Yeah, I'll go see Grogu.
Yeah, plus most of the people who watched the first 2 seasons, at least, really enjoyed The Mandalorian.
And
You
at
got
the,
that
end,
going too.
the end of the movie, it'll say, if you want to see more of the Mandalorian and Grogu, subscribe to Disney Plus.
I don't think they will, but, it wouldn't shock me if they did.
Yeah, my really bad Mickey Mouse impression. I'm sorry.
Oh, that was Mickey?
I
Oh, God.
don't know. I
Poor
got
Mickey.
nothing. But yeah, those are the rumors I have found that I thought were interesting enough to bring to the masses to get your opinions. Do you think Taika Waititi movie is ever going to see the
No.
light of day? What do you think of the rumor that Stephen Knight is tired of getting buried under all these notes from the studios, that he's possibly looking to leave, that he might be out a writer, and Mandalorian ending in the movie.
Yeah.
No season 4. But he'll be around, but not in his own show.
Yeah,
He'll just show up like in Book of Boba Fett to make something better and then leave.
That's what he does now.
They'll play his little
He's the
whistle and
fixer.
you'll be like, thank
He's
goodness.
the fixer.
We fixed it.
But anyway, I do think that will be all we got for you this time. Now it is your turn. Take to the comments below. Answer the questions Naboo brought up if you'd like, or talk about whatever Star Wars you want. And until next time, thanks for watching.